It's Pedro from A&P-REACTS here with Joona from Brymir. How are you?
I'm very good.
I was looking at the wrong side of the camera there. Thanks for joining me today. Really appreciate you taking the time. The first question I have to ask you is about Chasing the Skyline. You guys released that this year, not too long ago, actually. When can the fans expect more? More. We need more.
Yeah, the album is finished. Like, composing is finished. All the songs are there. Now we just have to look for a window to make the recording and then mixing and then releasing. We were planning on releasing it late this year, but that's still not confirmed because it's hard because we make it ourselves. So, but you can expect it, I'd say, in approximately 6 months.
So you're pretty much probably looking close to the beginning of the new year.
Yes, I think so, but that's still not confirmed, but around that time.
Now, will you guys be releasing any other tracks ahead of the actual album release?
Yes, at least 1 or 2.
Will it be?
That's going to be like one single, maybe 2 months before the real release, and then one a few weeks before the release, and then the whole album.
Would you guys be doing like lyric videos or actually doing a music video for those releases?
We are planning on a music video, but that's up to our budget because it's small. The band is small, so it might be just lyric video stuff.
I must tell you, I really enjoy Chasing the Skyline. That song honestly blew me away. That was my first introduction to the band. So, I mean, like, what an introduction, I must say. Where do you guys take your inspiration for the lyrics and for the music that you guys put together?
It's a long story because the band is pretty old. Brymir is like the band which was founded almost 11 years ago when we were just kids. And back then we were listening to Inferi and folk metal and stuff like this, and we wanted to sound exactly like them. But then during the years, when we released 2 albums which are pretty different from each other, the first debut album was pretty folky, darker but folky. The next album was then again more aggressive, melodic, super technical metal. So now we're landing kind of in between these beautiful melodies and the pounding aggression of the music. It's our way of doing something that we think that we sound as ourselves. So inspiration comes from like melodic death metal bands, of course, from Finland and anywhere else, but we kind of do not listen so much to other bands. We just do music.
You're trying to find what fits the band and what sound fits you guys the best.
Yes. That's what I like to say. But of course, the giants of, Wintersun and then black metal bands like Behemoth and stuff like that, of course, it's a big influence because they are everywhere and you listen to them, and we have similarities with their kind of music.
Yeah, it's almost impossible for you guys to tune out everything that happens around you and put yourselves in a vacuum. So obviously there's always going to be certain bands that influence you guys. Will the new record have a little bit of folk in it, or it's going to be more of your typical melodic death metal album?
It's as much as I can tell about the next record, that it's got maybe a lighter and a darker side. We have songs that are the most brutal that this band has ever done will be on the record, and we have the lightest, like Chasing the Skyline, the most beautiful songs we've ever done. So this album will be a double-edged sword. It's like it's got 2 sides, and it's also going to be in the theme of the album, like lyrically represented.
Is the album going to be a concept album, or just each song is going to kind of have its own story on its own?
It's going to be a light concept album in a way because it's got the 2 sides, but it's not an album that starts a story and ends a story or anything like that. It's just songs that are super good in our opinion, but they are a bit different. It's not like 11 songs that sound the same. No way.
It'll give a nice fluidity to the album.
Yes, yes, and I have a like, as I'm very familiar with the material, so I have a very like good feeling about the album. It's gonna be like something else.
Lyric wise, and even how you guys put the music together, how do you work the parts? Like who brings what to the table within the band? Is there, do you guys work together, or does everybody work separately and then just brings their pieces in at one time?
This album, Victor has done most of the composing. It's from his head that the parts have come, and it's actually me and him who put everything together. We work very well together. He's my musical partner in a way. Also, in like other bands, Victor is my guy when I ask for like help or ideas, like what do you think about this? Not just in Brymir, but other projects as well. And his mentality and work style fits so well mine that we work together like 3-4 days a week at least. And Brymir is our like baby. It's like the maxed out skills of me as a guitarist and his composing and orchestrational skills and my acoustic playing and our beast drummer Patrick. So it's a super turbo mix of everything we like. And that's also how we want to keep it.
It's like a love child of you guys, right? It's something close to your heart, and at this point you almost feel like it's like your pet project, if you will.
Yes, that's it, and it's always been like that. It's always been the project. When it was founded 10 years ago, and I was like 10th of the guitar player I'm today, I always try to do stuff to Brymir that's somehow insane or something. So it's that project where we just want to do crazy shit, and that's what makes it super interesting. And now we also want to make it like super beautiful and super emotional. So it's got mine and Victor's souls at least like completely poured it.
I have to ask you this question. Is it easy for you to switch off from the power metal style of Alterbeast into the more heavy and melodic side of Brymir? Is it natural for you, or there's sometimes some difficulties there?
No, actually it's very easy because my guitar playing, even though the music is very different, it's very much the same. Brymir is like more tricky. There's more tricks and stuff and fast. But it's the same guitars, same sounds, same kind of like solos, super fast shredding solos. It's not too different actually. It's just far more dark and mellow when Alterbeast is power metal and party and rock. So for me, it's pretty easy actually.
I always wonder that, because for a listener's perspective, the two styles are so different that you always wonder as a musician how you adapted those styles and into those songs. Like you're at one show and next thing you know you have to switch on and switch off. From a fan's perspective, seems to be difficult, but
no,
for you it's not.
It's not. It's really not. It's the only difficult part is that I can't split my life and be everywhere, because I of course have to like split my time, and Alterbeast is a big band, so it takes a lot of my time. So that's the only negative part I can say about being in two good bands. But Brymir, playing wise, it's very similar. It's like actually it works very well. And the new record guitar solos, well, I played one of our new solos, which I recorded for Brymir to my Alterbeast guys. They were like, "Hey, that sounds like Alterbeast." So there, it is this technical shred style is very part of Brymir and has always been. It's like, so the bands are very different, but still they have some same elements.
You guys have a super busy schedule with Alterbeast. When you come off the road with them, are you excited to hang out with the guys and jam and work on some new songs, some new material? Or you're so tired that you just really need a break and play some PlayStation?
Well, I always, when I come off tour, I'm 2 days. I don't do anything, but I can't be still more than 2 days. So after 2 days, we are at our office. So I write here my songs and practice here my shit. So very usually like when I come home from the road, I call Victor and we go out and do music. It's like, that's my life. It's the only thing I do nowadays.
Another question I have to ask you is this: would you be open to the idea of going on the road with both bands together on the same bill? Would that be something that would be doable for you?
Yes, that would be very tough playing wise, because that would be mean like over 2 hours of showtime every night. But if that someday happens, that would be awesome. I'm very much up for it.
As a fan, I would look forward to that, because then I'd get to see 2 in 1.
Yeah, I'd love that. But of course, it would be tough.
Any plans? This is my last question for you. I really don't want to take too much of your time. I really appreciate you doing this. I know you guys are traveling tomorrow. Any plans for the band for the rest of this year besides working on the album? Are you guys going to be doing any sort of shows?
Yes, well, I'm not. This summer, I'm doing 20 shows with Alterbeast, different festivals and stuff. But then Alterbeast goes on the recording break, which I've also worked on my ass off. So during the break, the rest of the year, Brymir has like one tour maybe coming, but it's in Finland. But that's not sure yet. It's maybe sure. But yeah, we will do some shows later this year with Brymir.
And then next year, assuming let's start with the assumption the album comes out at the beginning of 2019. Would you guys then be looking at doing some follow-up shows in Finland, perhaps a tour in Finland in support of the album?
Yes, at least our own record release parties, which are few shows. And then later next year, when both albums come out, I know that I'm going to be on the road with Alterbeast, because Alterbeast's 5th album is coming next year too.
It's going to be a busy 2019 for you.
But that's my dream.
Yeah. I'm sure you wouldn't trade it for anything.
No, never, ever.
Thank you very much for your time today. I really appreciate it. Best of luck in this summer tour with Alterbeast. I know you guys have tons of shows. And best of luck with Brymir's new album coming out. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.